Go for it.
We're Gabriel and Lorraine, and we're on a one-month God adventure as we go to the incredible places He's sent us to go. We've chosen to end our time in Israel with a walk to the Hinnom Valley, a place of biblical and historical significance that carries deep meaning for culture today around the world. We are here in this ancient house in the Hinnom Valley. The Hinnom Valley is a place that was called Gehenna in the Bible, and it's a place where some of the kings of Judah sacrificed their children by fire. And it's also considered the place where the gates of hell are located here. And it's interesting how the kings had sacrificed children in this valley. It was called the slaughter of innocents, the shedding of innocent blood. Because of that, this area was deemed cursed. So we've come here for a very important reason today. As Gabriel and I were the pastors on set for Unplanned, we wanted to come and dedicate the film here in this place that had seen the shedding of innocent blood. Unplanned is the true story of one woman's journey as she climbed the ranks of Planned Parenthood, overseeing more than 20,000 abortions, until the day God dramatically opened her eyes to the truth of abortion. Her life was never the same again.
From the outset, when we started planning this film, we knew we were going to need a prayer and ministry team. We knew we were going to need protection. We knew there was going to be a lot of spiritual warfare going on surrounding the filming of this project.
Our team of 5 prayer ministers were on the set daily, leading morning devotions and praying over our cast and crew throughout each day. We saw miracles take place before our eyes. The presence of the Lord was tangibly felt over our set.
I've worked on sets before that have had people come and pray on set, but never, ever have I experienced it to the magnitude that I felt it on this film. I remember filming the most difficult scene in the movie, the abortion, the chemical abortion scene, and not realizing that not only our prayer team, but some of our crew members were standing outside of the wall holding it up with their hands, just praying over the scene.
The cast and crew all said that they'd never been on any kind of a set that was anything like this. There was such a feeling of peace, there was such a feeling of calm, there was such a feeling of camaraderie over the shooting. And for anyone that's not been around a movie set before, that's not the norm.
Sadly, abortion continues to be a worldwide problem. Not only does abortion end the life of a precious human being, it also creates long-lasting consequences in those who have participated in its evil agenda. Women who have undergone abortion face the most devastating consequences of all. We feel like this is a prophetic act to dedicate Unplanned on this location to the glory of God for the saving and the preserving of innocent life.
With abortion being so prevalent around the world and here in Israel, we feel like we need to step into this place and recall it for the Lord and for the lives of many that are being slaughtered daily. Country after country after country is falling into this trap of death. And that's what this place used to be, a trap of death, sacrificing their children. We come against that here and want to pray that through the movie Unplanned and through our participation in life, with the life movement, we're going to rededicate this place and cleanse it from that evil of death. It is, like Lorraine said, the prophetic act is right next to the walls. It's in the middle of the city. And we're going to pray to the Lord that babies will be saved and that mothers will be restored the way that God created them to be.
Why are you telling me this? Because I understand better than anyone that inside that building, they don't offer solutions. They only offer abortions. And if you go through that door, you will not come out the same person. Because you can't. Because the truth is, you can let them get rid of your baby, but they can't get rid of the memory of your baby. And neither can you, no matter how hard you try.
I don't know what to do.
What's your name?
Hannah.
Hannah? It's gonna be okay, I promise. I promise, and I'll be there every step of the way. I'll do anything I can.
Will you just join us in prayer for these declarations?
Yes.
That we may make a difference in our communities and wherever we go to proclaim life.
So Father, in the name of Yeshua, we thank you that you are changing culture right now. You are changing people's hearts. You are softening people's hearts to this message of life. We agree with you, Lord God. We turn our vision up to you and not what we see in the natural. We lock eyes with you, Lord God. And we say, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So Father, thank you for creating each individual in your image that carries your DNA, your fingerprint. You formed each child in the womb from the very beginning, from that time of fertilization. You began forming a new individual. We cherish life. We ask for the moms and dads that are becoming parents that they would cherish the life that's growing in the womb and that they would have the confidence and the ability and the wisdom and the help to be the best parents that they could be. It's no coincidence that on this day, the day of the anniversary of Roe v. Wade, God had put it to my heart to make this video to help those who have been hurting from the effects of abortion and did not even know it. When Gabriel and I were on the set of Unplanned, we noticed something unusual start to happen, and that is that woman after woman would come up and share their story of abortion. Stories that had been hidden for years, sometimes for decades. After we returned home from filming, our producers, directors, and writers, Carrie Solomon and Chuck Konzelman, invited me to write a healing devotional to address those deep-seated needs that had been coming out through the stories of the women that we had heard. It was no surprise to me as I started to research this area of pain that comes from abortion, that 62% of women who've undergone abortion have difficulty forgiving themselves. You know, that's not God's heart. His heart is for forgiveness. His heart is for you to be restored and have joy in your life. So Planned from the Start, a healing devotional, is a 40-day journey that takes you into the heart of God and brings you out healed, restored, and renewed. I encourage you to get your own copy of this healing journey. You can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Christian Book, or you can go onto my website, inspiringfaith.us, buy a copy there, and drop me a note. Let me know that you found this resource because you watched this video. I'd like to just close with a benediction of Aaron. Actually, I like to call it the Lord's benediction. He gave it to Aaron to speak over the people, but it's really his heart. So I'd like to say, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
They're making rooms for the glory. They're making rooms for the glory.